have these two tier lists I've been wanting to do, and I want to determine v for from Vtuber pictures what role they would serve in a party.
And this, unfortunately, this isn't
So
an
like
A
a
to F
tank, a
tier.
DPS, a support, things like that.
Yeah, this isn't an A to F tier, so we can't just say they're VTubers, so they're automatically F tier.
Eh.
No, we gotta try. I can only disrespect VTubers so much before Saku kicks me out.
Yeah, be respectful.
Yeah, I'll be respectful. So I have no problem with them, only that they're VTubers. I have to be specific. It's the internet way.
This is the first time I'm doing this. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. So we don't have that many people, but that's fine. In fact, one of the folks that are in there has 3 forms that we're gonna analyze.
There's a bee with her various colored hair.
Nope. So we're over here.
Do you have background music?
I will start that. Although I have to go minimize.
Quick, everyone, look at his browsing history.
Nope. I'm gonna put it not too loud. Alright, so before we start, I'm gonna explain the roles and like what I would categorize as each. Some of them are more obvious than others. First off, we have the tank. You are basically leading the party. You are there to take hits or avoid hits, but you are here to get the attention of the enemy. And make sure your party does not get hit.
Fortunately, in D&D, tank doesn't mean shit, because enemies have tactics of their own, and they just ignore you.
Yeah, it's not necessarily going to be D&D oriented.
Oh, you're not doing it?
Uh, well, yeah, there's an alignment one,
Oh, that's not
which
got it.
is over here. But this one, I think I don't have to explain this one. We have the DPS role. You are the damage dealer. In whatever way possible, you deal damage to the enemy. And this is probably going to be mostly for the MMO perspective of roles. This is what I had in mind originally. Next up, what is the difference between offensive and a defensive support? The offensive support helps the party, supports the party by making it hard for the enemies to by increasing the damage of the party, basically, or making the enemy not be able to move, rooting, things like that.
So buffer and debuffer then.
Yeah, hi Apple Pie.
But attack.
And the defensive support is the healers, those who does the defensive buffs and whatnot. It's too late now. Utility is a unique one, and it's the one role that I might put multiple people in. Like one VTuber might be, for example, a tank, but also have utility, and those are things that aid the party that are not necessarily combat related. Like, let's say your character has a ship, or your character can unlock doors.
Well, I mean, the DPS can unlock doors too.
Well, yeah, but
do it loudly.
And there is the summoner, which is your character has a summon, basically. And a summoner's pet. Not too much needs to be explained for the last two ones, I would say. I'm a bit nervous.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be fine. Alright, let's get this problem started with.
Alright. We'll start in the order that I got the images on Twitter and then Blue Sky.
And then stole mine from other places.
And after that, it will be Kitsune, because he wanted to be categorized too.
Yeah, I said why not. I'm not a VTuber, but I exist.
So first on the list, Miss Beatrix Gambit. You are the first one who responded. And I have to open OBS here. No, this is not the one. This is where you get it from.
I'd say for B, probably DPS. All she's probably good at is yelling at people and, well, dying immediately if she gets touched.
Let's see.
She seems like someone with weak.
I'm trying to find.
Taken by hammer.
Here it is. Sorting list.
Or maybe defensive support as a debuffer for attack power.
Most of you already know her. Now, what kind of abilities would I think you have? You are a gambler.
I say she makes people cry.
Yeah, but I have a bit more imagination.
Okay. You might want to remove the second me, by the way.
Oh, right. I was meaning to do that. Well, I was thinking DPS at the start as well. I was thinking you'd play a complicated build involving having a deck, drawing cards, and making a poker hands to do different skills. Very high skill ceiling character.
Well, if you're going gambling, in that case, it'd probably be utility, because she's not set into one thing. If you're just rigging the slots, it could end up being anything.
Yeah, but utility is like it's like an extra roll.
That's true, but at the same time, if she's just doing slots every time, she's inconsistent. Couldn't be a proper DPS, couldn't be a proper tank. Just kind of get what you get.
So my vision is like, she has a deck, and in battle, she draws cards from that deck, and then matches poker hands to do skills, basically. And that's how she DPSs. Let's say she does a full house.
I mean, it also depends on what cards she has. If she brings poker cards, yeah. If she brings Pokemon cards, she could be a summoner. B, do you like Pokemon cards?
Yeah, but we're talking gambling here. Pokemon is not gambling. Pokemon cards.
You've never played a high-end game. Oh, that's you may gamble sometimes for those things. The amount of times X-Finders kicks my ass just doing a couple lucky draws.
Alright, now we go on the alignment side. You are definitely not evil.
Chaotic neutral. And she likes the crying.
I was thinking more chaotic good, because she might be, she might think she's, how do I say this? She might be bullying you a lot, but she actually really cares inside.
Actually, no, this answer will change. B, how's the kobold coming?
Oh yes, Chezzy. There's two lists. This one is for D&D alignments. The other is for a role in a party in the context of an MMO.
B, how's the kobold coming?
Oh,
oh
Bubbles, hello.
Thank
you for the raid. How are you? You have arrived just in time for my first tier listing. Right, you don't see the list fully with the image here. Hold on. But basically, we're trying to... we're looking at VTubers and deciding what role they would fill in a... let's say a raid in an MMO or something. And we also have another one for D&D alignments. How many are you listing? As many that posted on my Twitter post and Blue Sky post. Which is the list at the bottom here.
Well, I just turned my head. My cat looks like he's drooling again.
How was Dead by Daylight?
Yeah. I managed to get on last minute myself, Chuzzy.
Okay, I think shrinking like this would work better. Now you see the whole tier list.
So Beatrix Gambit, how's the kobold coming? Your answer will determine what I rank you as.
As DBD like, I see.
So so probably I don't know much about DBD. All I know is you're either having a good time or your killer's toxic.
In that case, Chezzy, you can also send it to me on Discord DMs. I will also accept that.
Well, B says meow, so I assume she hasn't worked on the kobold, so I'm going to go with it's chaotic couch potato.
Alright, let's move on to the next person. It is Miss Aubrey.
Just an image to represent yourself.
Just a picture of your VTuber, anything. Oh yes, as a raider, you are allowed a free channel point redeem. Just let me know in the chat which one, and I will redeem it for you.
If you want him to suffer, choose the add boss task one. He finally brought them back so we can make him do stuff.
So the next one in the list. Oh, the image is pretty small. We have Aubrey, the alpaca.
What are the names sound familiar? Do you send us to them occasionally?
We have rated her occasionally, and she has rated us occasionally.
It's by rating us that I recognize them from, because I knew I recognized that name, but I did not recognize the model.
Hat Pats. Very well, thank you. When I see Aubrey, I picture her like... behind the bar in the guild hall. And whenever a party is going on a raid or something, or coming back from it, she's there to celebrate with them. She's giving them drinks. Before the raid, she gives them drinks to buff them. And to me, that's more something like utility. Or at least that's how I picture her,
so
how she would raid.
So a buffer then.
Yeah, she would buff from outside the party, basically.
Right. So she's an NPC.
No. It's like so there's some... in Tree of Savior, you could have you could set up a buff shop where your character would buff people for a fee. Like it would leave you AFK in the game, and then whoever needed to buff up could use your services.
Socket, you're an NPC at that point.
No.
You're an NPC with extra steps.
You're a non-played character. You are not. You are still a player character. You are just non-played. But yes.
Alright. Anyway, Chuzzy sent a picture by the sounds of it.
Alright. I will... And a friend request.
Man, Saku, you're making so many things today.
Let's go over here. I think I'm doing too many things at once. Alright, let's add you real quick. There we go. Next, for alignment.
I don't know this person at all, so I got nothing for this one.
I would say just go strictly from the image. What do you see, basically?
Chaotic neutral. She looks like she'd swindle me, but at the same
What?
time,
No. No, okay, I did.
it's those eyes. It's the VTuber eyes.
I was gonna give neutral good.
Okay, go for it.
I have stopped by her streams sometimes, although she has been more inactive of late, but she's always been really nice.
That's good. Yeah, I don't know these people, so I can't really go based on thing. And you and me definitely have two very different ideas on VTubers, since I don't watch streams outside of yours.
Mm.
Though all my VTuber hate is specifically because I think it's kind of funny.
Alright, next up, we have Lokrin. One of his many models. Oh.
Alright, I'm definitely going with the neutral evil one on this guy. I think he'll steal my kidney.
The interdimensional trash vampire. Well, yeah. Vampires aren't always good.
Well, you need a lot of shenanigans to make him good aligned in D&D. Even your good friend the Lich is technically chaotic evil.
I'm gonna put Lokrin in neutral evil, not because I don't like you, but because you are a vampire strictly.
I still say he'd steal a kidney.
But next... Or chaotic neutral. Yeah, that could also work. No! That's not it, Beatrix. I don't stop by often,
Not raising your
though.
Beatrice speciesist. And technically vampire's an illness.
That's a chaotic neutral. As for party role... Well, as a vampire, I would say... either offensive support or DPS.
Could be summoner. Summon all the bats.
Could also be summoner. The reasoning for DPS is usually vampiric things is associated, well, usually when there is a drain life effect, they associate it with vampirism.
Yeah, but if you think about Pokemon, though, that's used for tanking.
Yeah.
Drain life don't mean much if you can't do enough damage, though.
Let's go with a DPS.
Though so far all your DPS, it looks like I could take them in a fist fight. Then again, I did take on a bear one time. And I won. B, you look a lot weaker than a bear. I think I could win.
Speaking of bear, our next one is a bear. We have Plumba.
Oh yeah, we got a couple bears. Yeah, that Sean Nero guy was a bear?
Yeah, Nero Sean was a bear, but he has not posted on this list.
Got it.
Actually, he was a bear. Now he's more of a druid type.
But, this one I could definitely take in a fist fight. I've already proven that I can beat a bear.
Plumba.
Okay, them, they look more druidy. I'd say defensive support just by looking at them.
That's what I was thinking too. That's those are the colors of nature, so something like a druid.
Yeah.
Then again, a druid could also be some sort of summoner, quote unquote.
Yeah, but they don't look very summony. they no staff to add on. They'd just be defensive support with hands and cure spells.
Yeah, I could see that. Also, whenever there was multiple pictures, I did my best to try to include multiple pictures. Like, you have this Plumba's VTuber model over here, but there was a different art that I used for the icon and tier list.
Fair enough.
As for alignment, I would also say neutral good.
I look pure neutral. It's an animal.
Pure neutral.
It's an animal thing.
What if it's sentient?
Look at those eyes, Saku. Blank. Definitely an animal. Pure neutral.
See, Chuzzy agrees with me.
Of course she says it's gonna be good. Chuzzy's biased. She's a bear too.
Yeah. And I've stopped by her streams quite often, actually. Next up.
Oh, there's the frog. Who took away your hat, Saku?
Oh, I pressed the button. See, this is why I should get a stream deck.
You should get a stream. How much do they cost?
I don't remember.
Well, if you do win the Pokemon bet, no, that's $200 you could use to spend towards one. Or I win and I get your animate slot.
Next.
Saku's got 3 different parasites on him right
No. I'm not from Resident Evil 4.
Saku, it's okay. It's okay to have 3 different parasites on you.
Alright, next. We have Miss Strawberry Stardust. I see her model, and I immediately think of some sort of magical girl. Although that's not quite the lore. I'm gonna check. She's a Star Maiden.
So charm spells, distraction.
I'm on the alignment now. I was gonna say lawful good. Because she does look like she could smite someone.
Man, I'm never gonna be able to call someone evil, besides the Vampire Boy. And maybe Panda. I see that image down there, Panda.
Yeah, he took a unique image as well.
Nice.
Now, as for your role in a party, it's not tank.
So you're also blocking it mostly.
Oh, yeah. I don't think it's Summoner or Summoner's Pet.
I still think more like Bard, like charm spells, distraction.
So offensive support then.
That or utility, get the guards to look away and whatnot. I gotta keep things PG, so I can't say everything.
Yeah. Kitsune.
I'm not going like that.
Utility can be added to. Like it can be, oh, it's offensive support and utility at the same time. That's like my multiple category.
I'd say go utility. Doesn't look like it's much of a debuffer or a buffer, but it definitely looks like they could distract and do other tasks.
Alright. I was gonna say offensive support. Let's go with offensive support, so something like a...
I still say the charms.
Well, yeah. I'll collect my thoughts before I speak. But like, sleeping or charming is some sort of offensive support, right? Because in battle, if it's against an enemy, and you sleep them, well, they don't do anything to your party.
That's true. Saber Suck's always useful.
Yeah, so like debuffs, that is the offensive support category. Next up, we have... Sir Panda. Your image is big.
I'm gonna give him what he wants, chaotic evil.
Yeah, this image would look a lot chaotic evil.
As for what he is, well,
however...
he's got a neck brace, so he's clearly tank.
No. That is a mask.
It can double as a neck brace. Do you see how thick it is?
I was gonna say DPS because when I see your character, well, it's an android first of all. I think the way your character would play is you've made your build self-sufficient. Like you put points into a skill called self-repair so that you can heal yourself, and then you don't have to rely as much on your healers, and they like you for that because they don't have to constantly pay attention to the DPS that's taking damage.
Just like X-Finder when he made the Weirwood. No one else could heal, so he had to heal himself.
And you have points in pretty much most useful skills that would help you. Panda, strictly from the image, I would put you chaotic evil, but because I know you...
Still chaotic evil.
No.
Oh.
I was gonna put you in true neutral, interestingly enough.
It's true, he is a robot. They don't have real feelings.
It's not because of that either. How do I put it into words? Basically, you're trying not to bother people too much, I would think. Like, you're...
Not stepping on too many toes?
Yeah.
Alright.
Like, you're staying in your lane, doing your own thing. It's certainly not lawful. You consider yourself lawful good, but... So, when I see lawful, I think like, oh, you're actively upholding the law, like some sort of paladin or policeman. So that's why I didn't put lawful.
I've always seen it more as personal code.
Yeah, a personal code. Well... Yeah. You do have your own code, considering you're an android. Lawful neutral because you have your own rules. That's true. I'm gonna... You know what? Lawful neutral. And the reason it's not good is because, like, you're not, like... How do I explain it? You're not a paladin, like, you don't actively fight for good. I'm not too sure how to explain. Uphold my personal code and follow rules diligently. Yeah. That would count as lawful.
Could be lawful neutral.
But yeah, we'll do what's good if he deems necessary, but he... Like, if it's not his problem, he's not gonna bother with it, basically.
Don't think too hard about these. These are meant for fun, after all.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we could get in here, and eventually someone's gonna get their feelings hurt.
Yeah, so like, if there is a shop being robbed, he's probably not gonna go and stop the thieves. Like, he's gonna stay the fuck away from the problems. Yeah, it doesn't go out of his way. So probably leaning good, but not quite.
Excuse me? I'm gonna go give my cat a little bit of catnip.
Alright.
And while you start on the next person.
Doesn't go out of his way to cause or solve problems, basically. If they happen and it involves him, he will solve it. Alright. Next up... we have... Mr. Shades, for Shades.
Chaotic Evil, he looks like he'll take you for your home and house.
No.
He definitely looks like he commits credit card fraud.
No, he is shady. He has shades. But that's pretty much it. Yep, from what I know of shades, I would say... it's in the chaotic. Like, when we play games, he does take the chaotic route.
He is also a dog.
Yeah, but the dog's a good boy, and that would be lawful good.
Have you seen all dogs? Have you ever seen a Chihuahua? 50% tremble, 50% hate.
Right.
And he's a golden retriever. There ain't nothing going on upstairs with golden retrievers.
So how's chaotic good sound?
Yeah, sure. Why not? You can still be chaotic good and steal someone's house.
Now, the party role.
Summoner's pet.
Well, he is a dog.
I mean, just look at those eyes. He's looking at someone's butt.
No. I don't think it's tank. I actually don't know for this one. What would he be strictly from his VTuber?
Again, it ultimately comes down to utility. He looks like he can swindle someone, but that doesn't mean much in combat. That's the main problem with these things. It's only listing combat things, and utility is so broad.
And
you know, and if you start getting too specific, it starts getting a bit too much in choice.
He has a different costume where it's robes.
I still say utility. It looks like he has money. And as everyone knows, money can go a long way in D&D.
Well, I guess, strictly from this picture, it would be utility.
Yeah. Alright, who's next?
Next up is 3 forms of the 3 forms of Apple Pie Kitten, the Wisp.
Sorry. Who? Was that one name or 2 names?
That was one name. I was just saying the title as well. So the first form... that's... big picture.
Careful, Sokka. We don't want you accidentally opening up a family photo.
Oh, it's already positioned on the correct folder. I don't have to switch.
Okay, well, looking at that thing...
In this form...
Summoner's Pet.
That was what I was gonna say too.
And
but strictly from this form.
All undeads are evil in some form or another in Pathfinder.
Although I will say I don't know you too much. I haven't spoken to you very much, so I don't fully know what alignment you would be. But if I look at your image...
I'm going based on D&D thoughts. Definitely neutral evil. Looks like it'll possess someone and have them walk off a cliff.
But what if lore?
I thought we weren't doing lore. I don't know anyone's lore. I
don't know everyone's lore either. I don't know Apple's lore.
I know Bee, Panda, and Shades, and a little bit of Chuzzy.
I only know that you are a Wisp.
I still say neutral evil. Possess them and walk them off a cliff. That's the Wisp way. And will-wisps, they just lead people off cliffs.
You know, I was reading the About Me page. If you think I know where we are going, you are most likely wrong, maybe. To me, that tells me chaos. So chaotic something.
Chaotic evil? I'm still going
probably not evil.
I'm still going based off my walk off a cliff idea. So I'm going based on 0 knowledge other than image. And name.
Will-o-wisp. Will of the Wisp.
Dangerous creatures. They lead travelers into the mire to be killed.
Chaotic neutral, I'm gonna say.
Okay. You're being too nice to these people.
I don't want to put anyone in evil, although I did it with Lokrin at first, but we switched. And put me in evil? No.
No, she's a gambler. She's not thinking far enough ahead to be evil.
Gambling would be neutral at best. Chaotic evil, I feel, would be you are cheating. But you are playing fair, so...
Yeah, she's already got too many worries about, like, losing her house, losing her car, her bank account, working at the casino because she has debt.
Next up is another form. With the leaf in the background, I get more of a druid theme going on with this one.
I don't know. He's tiny. More pixie, if anything.
Pixies can be druids as well. But this... True. I imagine that they are still a will-o-wisp.
I should go downstairs and get some eggs. Oh yeah, so fun fact, I can't make eggs for the life of me. Whenever I try making one type of egg, it always comes out another type. Case in point, yesterday I decided to make 12 eggs, and was going to make scrambled eggs. I somehow made omelets. I don't know how I continuously get egg types wrong.
Thinking.
But after the first perfect flip, I decided I'll stick with it.
Because of the leaf in the background, I'm thinking more like some sort of offensive support. Like you manipulate the plants in the area to bind people or something.
Yeah, I'm still thinking it's the size of my hand. So offensive support, defensive support, or pet.
Yeah, that's where my imagination is going. Offensive support.
Okay, Chosy. Make sure to be back by the time we get to you.
In this form, are you the same alignment?
More pixie thing. Probably chaotic neutral again. Because if they look at you, they look like they don't like. With pouty lips and scrunched eyes. But it doesn't look like they're gonna stab you yet.
Probably chaotic neutral. And the third form. Oh, now the picture's outside.
Oh. I was not expecting a jump to flesh. Or dancer.
In this form, you do have a softer look. So I'm probably not going to put you in chaotic. Chaotic neutral.
Probably standard neutral.
Maybe?
There's something going on with that eye, the left eye. I feel like that's intentional. Looks kind of split down the middle.
Perhaps true neutral.
Okay. And back over to the other one. This one's barred. I'm saying defensive support.
There's a lot more of a bardic vibe with the instrument, certainly.
Yeah.
Perhaps, yeah.
Definitely like some sound-based walls or something.
I'm gonna say defensive support this time. So you have a form that is offensive support and another that's defensive.
And then Wisp, which is someone's pet.
Yeah.
You don't get right as a pet.
Alright, so that is all of the VTubers that posted on Twitter. Now it's the Blue Sky side, which sure was different.
Not the progressive ones. You were freed from the hellscape that is Twitter. Is Twitter still even more of a cesspool than ever? I've actually somehow managed to dodge Twitter since its inception.
I stay away from it.
Yeah, I assume you've moved completely to Blue Sky?
No. But I stay away from the trouble.
Fair enough.
Next, we have the Dinosaur Nuggets Lover.
Well, they got some dino in them, so they clearly can take a hit.
I look at this model and I think I'm thinking like they are one cloak away from looking like a thief. Do you agree?
Some chimera stuff. I see some cat ears, dino tail, dino leg, human, everything else. Bandaged nose.
And I don't mean to say this like oh, you're a thief, bleh. But like I don't want to call you a thief, basically. But like I see, if I were to add a cloak, you'd be very like a rogue, if you understand what I mean.
Sure, go for it. DPS then.
Yeah, that would enter DPS. But also utility for opening doors and whatnot.
Again, DPS is just utility with extra steps for
Yeah.
opening doors. Actually, DPS can be faster depending on how strong they are.
Alignment.
Chaotic good. This one looks like it'd be a pushover.
Yeah, I have not seen her content, so I can't really tell from having watched streams and whatnot.
So did you approach these people, or did you just send out like a mass request?
I sent out a mass request, basically.
Got it.
So that's why there's some people I know less than others.
Fair enough. Yeah, this one seems more chaotic good. They look like if you push up against them even slightly, they'd cave.
I would say chaotic good, but for different reasons.
What does chat think? Remember, chat, you can have opinions.
Oh yeah, you
too.
can have opinions too.
Took me long enough to remind you. You guys can actually speak on these things. All right, next person.
Yeah, I think we can move on.
Yeah, I can kind of see that.
A quick draw with guns. Yeah, that could also work too. Could be a gunslinger's cloak.
Give her a punch up.
Yeah. Alright. Next up. Enjoy the eggs, Juzzy.
Ah, I see you two are having eggs.
Next up is Dr. Blue.
Shark thing.
Dinosaur.
Oh.
I think it's like a Deinonychus. I see the feathers.
You know, that's close enough to a bird. Evil.
No.
All birds are evil.
I'm not putting evil.
It's a bird. It's evil.
It's not a goose.
Give me every bird I've ever done has been evil. No one's just stupid. No one's stupid enough to become a druid and talk to them, though. Oh, just wait for the Kobold campaign.
Dinosaur pirate. That's what it says.
Oh, in that case, definitely evil.
No.
He clearly kills people and steals their loot. It's just like Sea of Thieves. It's not called Sea of Friends, Saku. It's Sea of Thieves.
Well, being a pirate would be chaotic. Now, if you're good or neutral...
Yeah, probably neutral. Being a good pirate kind of gets you killed.
Right.
After all, piracy's whole thing is kill, maim, steal.
The captain of the Alzora Rex. So... when I see captain, I think a leader, and when I see a leader, I think tank.
I see a guy hiding in the back.
No.
Alright, you do tank then.
Yeah, I'm gonna say tank, because simply from the leadership stance.
Plus, this one's more dinosaur, so it looks like he can probably take another hit.
Yeah, and also you are a dinosaur, and dinosaurs are known to be big and strong.
Alright,
Next.
so who's next?
The next one will be a bit more easy, actually. Because it seems like they might be based on a D&D character. We have Mildra the Monk.
Alright, look at that one.
I'll have to put it like this. It's gonna hide everything, but...
Yeah, monks are a coin flip. On one hand, they could be dodgy, or they could be punchy. In reality, lawful neutral.
Yeah, to me they look like lawful neutral, but in their bio they say chaotic good.
Maybe lawful evil. He looks like he has feathers and would throw you under the bus if need be.
Why do you default to evil?
Bird.
He's not a bird. He's a monk.
But look at those eyes. Those definitely look like the eyes of someone who would throw someone under the bus. Physically.
As role is probably DPS though.
Alright. Can't argue with that.
As a monk.
Coin flip. They either really good at dodging or really good at punching. Never both.
And I'll put chaotic good anyway, as they do say chaotic good.
Okay.
I'm not gonna counter, like, what they say that they are, you know?
Okay.
Although, for me, I see more a lawful neutral when I look at the images that he posted.
Remember, Saku, you're allowed to lie. Or they are.
Alright, next up. Oh, right, I have to right-click here.
You're getting pretty close.
We have this little shit.
I thought I was last.
No, you're not last.
Alright, Saku. Let's see you ruin almost a decade of friendship. I thought you were gonna be next, Chuzzy.
Yeah, that looks like a bird mask. No, just kidding. It's a fox mask.
Yeah, I actually have one of those masks. That's what it was based off. I got a Mardi Gras mask for back when I did my streaming because I wanted to do face cam, but didn't want to show my actual face. This was before VTubers were a thing. It also didn't last long, considering the group I was with just didn't give a shit.
Well, as a mask, you are probably just summoner's pet.
That's not true.
But what can you do without someone to carry you around?
I'm a parasite.
And what does that do?
Well, for starters,
mind control?
Just put me on your face and we'll see what happens.
No.
Alright, where do I go, Saku?
I actually thought of getting some sort of persona-themed art where I put the mask on at one point.
I can only imagine it actually being you trying to desperately claw it off. It's not gonna end well. Another way.
Monte Pente, or is that how you pronounce it? Hello, thank you for the raid.
Yeah, just in time. Time for Saku to ruin 10 years of friendship.
Oh, Monty Pente. Let me know how I pronounce it. It's not Monte, it's Monty. Well, hello, welcome, thank you for the raid. How are you? Yeah, that will be easier, Monty. How was your special event? What was your event?
Saku's had a few so far today.
4 years of affiliate. Oh.
Yeah, this is what, your second year?
I think I'm reaching 3rd year of affiliate.
Has it really been that long?
Yeah, that would be in August or July. I think it's August. I believe it's been so long. I can never remember. Believe him with love and affection. That's the best way to go.
I think this is just the model's debut.
Yeah, this is the model's debut. I have this model for 2 years now. Yeah, thank you very much. And thank you for the follow, Monty. As a raider, if you would like, I can redeem any channel point redeem you'd like. Except the 10,000 one. So let me know which one you want, and I'll give it to you for free.
If you want to make them suffer, you can always pick the add boss tasks. So you have to go in the wildy for even longer.
Yeah, it's been going well. We're currently on the tier list portion, something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. We're currently on Kitsune, who is the mask represented as the mask on my shoulder, and while he's not a VTuber, he wanted to take part in this.
Yes, I wanted to see what Saku would say about me, to see if this last decade's been worth it.
I mean, if you have Still Spell Kitsune and Silent Spell, you can probably do
everything.
Yeah.
I have one thing everyone else lacks: an extensive knowledge of the D&D spellbook.
I'm gonna put you in offensive support.
Unusual, but okay. It's true. Most games I ended up being various supports. Even the Pokemon raids, I've moved completely away from DPS because going supports upped my win chances by like 60%.
Yeah, and Ara. Wait, was there one redeemed earlier and I didn't do it?
No, they wanted something else.
Agataza redeemed it earlier and I forgot to do it. No! I'm gonna refund it. Alright, Monty. Ara.
Alright, that's not the fireball.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. Now, Kitsune is obviously chaotic evil. No, I'm just kidding.
Lawful evil.
Are you, though?
I mean, you've seen the depravities I'm willing to do to get what I need to be done.
Yep, I'm from Quebec. Viens de la ville de Québec.
He's a Franchi.
Yo. Same city?
Well, congratulations. You now have a potential friend. Be careful, Monty. He steals kidneys and locks you in the closet. It's so cold in here. Please let me out.
No, that's fine. But yeah, I haven't met anyone from the same city yet. So this is I'm glad to see that. I'm glad to see someone else from Quebec, like the city, and not just in Montreal. I don't like Montreal. Please don't let me go there.
What's wrong with Montreal?
It's too big of a city.
They have great steak spice.
City's too big.
That's true. That is one nicer thing about moving into the boonies. I don't have to deal with traffic. I've dealt with traffic once in the 2 years I've lived here, and that's because specifically the main street light went out. Hey, what's up?
Oh, I saw. Thank you very much. You didn't have to do this, especially since you just met me.
I think he's investing in the fact that there's another Frenchie.
But yeah, thank you, and enjoy the emotes. No, that's Quackback.
Chuzzy? You are correct, Chuzzy. Soccer should have been a duck instead of a frog. Then I could always call him evil.
And I could call myself a ductator.
So where do I go, Saku?
I was thinking in putting you in lawful neutral.
No,
Wait,
I'm pretty sure I'm evil. I call myself evil pretty often.
Yeah, you call yourself evil, but are you really?
I mean, I make people cry to get what I need to be done, to better their lives.
No, I don't think that's true.
That has happened before.
You punched a bear, actually. I'm putting you evil.
But the bear deserved it.
Definitely evil. There you go, you're the only evil here.
Careful, Chuzzy. You're within fist range. That is a pretty good one, Ductator. You gotta play it safe there, or else you're gonna end up being called a lot of worse things. All right, next one is what, Chuzzy?
Yes.
All right, Chuzzy's a tank, because I'm just look at that face, furry, full animal, very punchable.
Want to know what's even worse, Chuzzy? It was a bear cub.
And I won. Yeah, so during that time, I was just walking home from school one day. I just kind of stopped, looked to my right slightly, and there's a bear cub just minding his own business, looking at me in a tree within arm distance. Instinct took over, and I just punched it in the face. And it ran off. I went back down to my high school and notified them that there's bears in the area at the moment.
I don't think I'd want Chuzzy as my tank. No offense.
Are you kidding me? Look at it. She clearly takes all aggro. Like, just look at that.
I haven't played Party Animals with her, but I have played Pal World, and she stole my bullets and would not give it back.
Panda, I didn't say she'd be a good tank. That being said, she does look like a chew toy.
Sorry to raid on one, but I have yet to eat anything. Oh, you absolutely should go eat.
His usual schedule, Saku, you want to start with that?
Yeah, usually I stream on 7 p.m. ESTs on Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Although in the morning I start at 9 a.m. EST because I have a collab with Panda for Satisfactory.
I'm stuck getting at 6 a.m. because of that.
Normally I'd get a 3-hour break in between, but not today.
Yeah, we might get like a 30-minute break in between. If even.
Yeah, feel free to stop by whenever. Currently we're playing Disgaea on Thursdays. On Tuesday it might become a RuneScape Dragon Wilds.
Multiplayer or single player?
Multiplayer.
Ah, damn it. Okay, I'll get the game.
I don't know if we have a slot for you though.
Ah, damn it. Okay, that's fine too. I didn't actually want to play it yet.
Well, yeah, I could replay it again with you later.
Oh yeah, when the game's fully out, that's a different story. But I've been burned so many times by early access, especially from major developers. Just like I just do not trust them anymore.
Yeah.
Yes, have a good day, good rest of your day too, Monty.
Yeah, have a wonderful day, and thank you again for the raid, and have a good meal.
Anyway, yes. So for Chuzzy, tank, neutral, evil, because, well, I need them close by. They need to be within at least one tile of me so I can punch them.
Chuzzy's definitely on the chaotic spectrum.
Yeah, but if she's chaotic evil, then she's not within one tile, so I can't punch her. So just look at those eyes. Secretly, deep down, we all know. She enjoys it. Scary. And then she goes full bear mode and loses all the cuteness. Gets hyper realistic.
What about chaotic good?
Yeah, probably. Or if you've ever seen it, Cocaine Bear.
Or neutral.
Cocaine Bear was a good movie.
Either of these.
Hey, Chuzzy, that is not a mean one, the second part. Cocaine Bear was a good movie. That was probably the first time I went to a movie theater and actually enjoyed what I was watching in like 4 years. I'd gone to a movie every month with my cousin for like, at that point. It's the first time in forever that I actually enjoyed coming out of the movie theater. And laughed. That's saying something.
Alright, I'm gonna read back a little bit.
What, on the stream chat?
Yeah, so we were saying Chuzzy tank earlier. Panda said Chuzzy will just get distracted and drop aggro. What about she's a offensive support, but she has a taunt?
No, she can still be tank. You didn't say she had to be a good tank.
Yeah, but it would be funny to have a taunt and not be a tank.
To be fair, most of them, actually, not all of them are tanks, technically. Taunt's a good Pokemon move. Stops them from buffing.
What about defensive support? She taunts and starts running away.
She's also small, so she's harder to hit. She looks like she's 2 feet tall tops. Sorry, Chuzzy.
Alright, what do you see yourself as, Chuzzy? I'll ask you.
Yeah, there's multiple types of taunts. Because technically you can taunt and then bail. To reset aggro.
Yeah.
Or you can just taunt and die. As many DPSs do.
Taunt, punch people in the face, then run.
Offensive support.
Kiting, then.
Summoner Pet Saku. It's wrong picture.
Wrong picture, yeah. I could go with offensive support.
When do we give the bear a gun? Look at those hands. She can't handle a gun.
She has a knife, and that's not very threatening from her.
I can definitely see the running around screaming portion. Sounds like a wounded animal. Easy prey. Small. Who knows, if we're lucky, they might suffocate while trying to eat her.
Alright. And so was the last image submitted. And that leaves me. Where do I fit in this?
That's a good one. I'm thinking, probably the dead pile, because you lost your hardcore status.
Well, yeah, but however...
Well, you're soul magic. You don't... We got the wisp, so you could summon the wisp. Anybody else got any ideas?
So this character is based on the character I played in Ragnarok Online, so...
You were defensive support in that, if I recall.
I would say offensive support, reflecting for millions of damage.
Yeah. It's okay, Chuzzy, we accept cowards here.
I was basically the spellcaster killer.
That's true. You had your gimmick and you did it well.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the new me would probably be a summoner. But I still have my old abilities.
As you dragged me down with you.
I was the cause of a nerf on that server. I found a way to instant cast the self-res buff.
Nice.
And then I found a way to recover my mana for whenever I died and resed. Full recovery on death. Instant cast the res buff. That is pseudo-immortality.
That is true. That is a very summoner staff. Actually, do I have a
Perhaps.
ruby like that? I might have a ruby like that.
And there is no summoner. I might as well fill the role.
That's true. It's true. We can all just sneak around and one-shot you. You looked like you could be taken out by a stiff breeze. Nah.
Yeah, that was another gimmick possible on that server.
Alright, and for alignment, neutral nerd. As you just maxed in RuneScape. Sorry, not neutral. Big. What
do you guys see me as? I don't know if I can give myself a an alignment before your input. Well, yeah, Kitsune did.
But I also got got a much stronger view of myself than and my gimmicks than you and whatnot.
See, I don't like to call myself good.
That's true. You abandoned me and won't
because
give me...
that's like
you're neutral evil. You lock me in the closet and you won't give me a space heater.
No.
Neutral evil. Alright, see? It's 2 against 1, Saku. Neutral evil.
Damn it.
Space heater changed my mind. Probably something like lawful neutral, true neutral.
Awful neutral, huh?
Yeah. Because the way we play games, you will teach me a lot. And about that, and we also play games at the same time in different ways. Definitely a good guy. But you're not the air quotes good guy.
Oh no, the quote unquote good guy.
Yeah, you don't want to be one of those guys. I still say we gotta add the nerd option. You're definitely nerd.
Eh. Let's just say lawful neutral. True neutral? Yeah, that I could see that too.
Yeah.
I tend to go with the flow.
And you won't do it. Actually, not chaotic neutral. You won't do what I say it whenever I say it. You should listen to me more, Saku.
What? No.
Do what I say. I remember, Saku, I'm always right.
Nope.
Yeah, well, that was fun. You sure we can't put Chelsea in neutral evil? I really wanted her to be within one tile of me so I can reach out.
No. But yeah, I've always wanted to do something of the sort, but could never get enough people to join. Yeah, and I think we got a sufficient amount of folks to help us with the having a fun activity like this.
It's 14 people total, with 16 pictures.
Thank you everyone for your participation.
I should get Cosmic Horror.
Why am I neutral? Because you're not evil.
We wanted you evil, be the neutral evil, so you'd be within one tile of me. That was it.
You are still within one tile. She's just at the end of the tile.
I know. Not within one full tile though.
Yeah,
I could punch the vampire, but I can't punch the bear right
now. How can you convince me?
You steal stuff, Chezzy. That doesn't sound very good. Also, you deny me my punching delight.
But you can steal stuff for the greater good. But stealing my bullet was not. Because it's against me. Okay, no. I'll give you...
This place is biased.
I'll give you what you want, and even further, I'll put you next to Beatrix.
Great, now you really gotta reach if I want to punch something. Well, Beatrix can steal all of Chezzy's money, and Chezzy can maul her. So I can definitely see Chezzy as the hyper-realistic bear.
Alright. I had a good time. I'm glad I got to do this for the first time.
Yeah, these were fun. Even though we all know me. And my opinionated views on VTubers. They all should have been down here in evil with me.
What?
They know what they are.
No.
Man, Chezzy, how far back are you? I said that like 40 seconds ago.
Oh, hold on.
You downloaded one but didn't download the other?
It did not save correctly.
Yeah, unusual. Anyway. Saku, give me a space heater or I'm boring him into your shoulder. It'll look like
I'm just gonna do open image in new tab and then save it this way.
Yeah.
And make sure they saved correctly.
Yeah, Chezzy's like a whole minute behind.
A whole minute behind?
Yeah, I think specifically Chezzy. Chezzy, say peep when you hear this. Peep.
Alright, we'll put that one in back burner. So that's the tier list done. We have some time before the usual Pokemon time.
I mean, we can start early if you want.
We could start early.
Yeah, I'll just go grab myself some food, and then just wash around and get everything prepared. Or you can get your hour rest.
No, I'm not gonna take a rest. I'm not supposed to.
It's fair enough. I mean, you
Not
got 30
today.
viewers. You don't want to lose them all.
Refresh ads. No!
Chuzzy, there's a very easy way around